Hello everyone, I am Crawlers and today I would like to show you some gameplay of all the weapons and gadgets for the future Dragon's Teeth DLC for Battlefield 4 and also talk about the assignments that you have to complete in order to unlock them. By the way, I was only able to unlock all these weapons, not actually unlock them, get access to them with the help of Hati Wati, a wonderful human being. So, check out his link to his channel below. And thanks very much to him. But anyway, although it was through Hati Wati's help that I got this footage, it's entirely my own and not stolen from the likes of Danny on PC or Jack Frags. Alright, so with that out of the way, let's take a look at each weapon in the test range and fire it a few times, see how it looks and works. Quick disclaimer, people will nerdgasm from this footage, so viewer discretion is advised. Alright, so first things first, let's get to Wally the Democracy bot. Now, this little guy is a tracked bot that is controlled by the same touchpad as the EOD bot was, and obviously it looks much bigger, and comes with a democracy spreading M240B light machine gun mounted in the center, as well as 4 grenade launcher tubes of freedom. Now, you get a very limited amount of ammunition for the bot, namely 12 grenades and 600 rounds of ammo for the machine gun, and it seems to be non-resupplyable from the ammo box. This and the fact that there seem to be no assignments to unlock the bot, for me points to the fact that it's a battlefield pickup, kind of like the USAS-12, which you have to pick up in the field. So, this shouldn't be too OP, and frankly, I already love this little bot. It's a ton of fun, and it's a joy to drive. Also, I can't wait for the Robot Wars only servers. As you can see, its sights are a FLIR 1x or 3x magnification with an old recycled tank HUD. And as you can see, the machine gun kicks quite a lot when you fire it. Alright, so next is a revolver to end all revolvers, the Mateba Unica 6. This mini hand cannon is an Italian 6-shooter, so no wonder it looks quite similar to the SW40 we got with the previous DLC. It feels to have a firing delay, unfortunately, like all Battlefield 4 revolvers do, but this one somehow feels quite a bit shorter. It also kicks like a mule when you fire it, maybe even more than the previous revolvers. Maybe this is how DICE balanced the shorter firing delay, in fact. Now, the reload animation is hilariously awesome. And you know what? This, if anything, is what DICE is good at. Animating guns and all sorts of little movements and details, and it's just always spot on and looks awesome in Battlefield 4. But in real life, the Mateba auto revolver is actually a super interesting animal. Its design is not only interesting in that the barrel is positioned at the bottom of the cylinder and not at the top to direct more recoil into the shooter's hand, but most interesting fact about this auto revolver is that it's semi-automatic, with a sort of slide that the whole assembly sits in, making it more of a pistol than an auto revolver. Yes, you heard me right. The barrel, the drum, and the hammer assembly sit in a frame that actually moves back half an inch during recoil. So, To unlock this unwieldy revolver, you have to complete the assignment called Big Splash, which involves activating the floodgates on the map waterfront and getting 5 kills while swimming. Okay, next we have the SIG MPX submachine gun. This little guy is a super high rate of fire little weapon with a unique 25 round magazine and iron sights that don't seem to be lined up properly at the moment. It actually fires well above the point where you aim, like at 0 to 1000 meters. As I said in my previous video when I was watching Danny on PC, something was a little off. So, to unlock it, you must complete the assignment called Not the Weakest Link, which requires getting 2 PTW ribbons, linking 10 points in Chainlink, and following 10 squad orders. More about Chainlink in a second, by the way. The hell with it, I'll just talk about Chainlink now. Basically, this seems to be a new game mode we are getting in the Dragon's Teeth DLC, where, kind of like in Conquest, I'd imagine, you have to capture flags, but in order to link them together, you have to capture neighboring flags, thereby forming links that are basically connected objectives. Alright, next we have the pistol, which needs no introductions or description. Perhaps the most menacing looking sidearm ever created, the levels of badassery of which cannot be overstated. The Desert Eagle 44. This pistol has got to look like the most awesome piece of hardware ever made. In Battlefield 4, it's surprising to see it fire the 44 Magnum, same as the Revolver, but perhaps doing a much better job of it since it doesn't have the same firing delay. What I can only think was the counterbalancing to the damage model is what has to be hands down the slowest rate of fire of all pistols. Now, mind you, I said pistols and not revolvers because the Rex is probably the overall winner, or rather loser, of that category. And speaking of this awesome pistol, the reload animation is also one of the most entertaining to watch, but has to be one of the longest ones among all sidearms outside revolvers maybe. So, to unlock the Desert Eagle, you must complete the assignment called Recoil Kinetics, which involves getting 20 headshots with the Unica 6 revolver. So, interesting move dice getting us to unlock the revolver first. Alright, so let's next take a look at the McMillan CS5 sniper rifle. This is a bolt-action sniper rifle that in real life is made to be easily broken down and on most pictures is shown with a suppressor. Well, to be honest, this made me entirely sad for the rifle, as I said in my previous video, that if the suppressor will be the default setting, like the ASVAL, it will really hurt the rifle's bullet drop and muzzle velocity. Thankfully, this doesn't seem to be the case, as it seems to come without a suppressor unless you actually equip it. Now, the iron sights on this rifle also seem to be a little wonky, as again it hits much higher than where you pointed, but what was interesting to me is that the bolt action time is pretty quick. In fact, SV98 territory quick. So, to unlock the McMillan CS5, you need to complete the assignment called I in Team, which requires getting 2 sniper rifle ribbons, 10 radio beacon spawns, and 20 spot assists. Next, we have an interesting looking full auto assault rifle or rather rifle, the Bulldog 762, firing at a brisk 700 rounds per minute of happiness, which I'm sure will be included under the assault rifles category. Now, this thing has a damage model not unlike the Scar H, namely 34 to 25 damage, and a magazine of only 20 rounds. Right now, its iron sights also seem to be borked, so aiming doesn't work as well as I'd hoped. But, by the way, I don't think this is my fault, it's of course the gun's fault. So to unlock it, you must complete the assignment code Lions and Tigers and Bears, which requires, while on foot as assault, killing 10 support, 10 engineer enemies who are also on foot, and 10 recon enemies who are also on foot. And by the way, in real life, this gun seems to be the Juggernaut Rogue, which is basically an M14 in a much nicer, smaller bullpup configuration that is easier to work with because it's smaller, and frankly looks a lot more badass, especially with the bipod and the drum magazine. Next, we have the Ballistic or the Riot Shield gadget. Now, this is a two-handed gadget in Battlefield 4 that you will be able to equip and hold in front of you to protect yourself from small caliber rounds, especially if you crouch, and it protects your legs too. And it'll also be very interesting to see if it protects your back while not being used directly in front of you, while not being equipped. It has a small window so you can see in front of your eyes, and you can even hold the right mouse button to sort of zoom in and pull it towards you for a bit, but not sure what it does yet, but it seems like fun. As the shield is a two-handed gadget, you won't be able to equip even a pistol with it, so it is purely defensive. If it will only protect you from small arms fire though, not tanks or explosives, obviously. And obviously it can be used to bash someone's head in if you are close enough to them. And to unlock it, you must complete the assignment called Vanguard, which requires getting 5 savior kills, 20 suppression assists, and destroying 3 explosives. And to me, the nature of this assignment suggests that this shield gadget, the Riot Shield, will only be accessible to the support class, because you can see there's 20 suppression assists and destroying 3 explosives, as if this assignment was made for the heavy, for the light machine gun. And this idea is only reinforced with this new screenshot released from the Dragon's Teeth DLC. As you can see, the support guy holding the shield with the assault guy behind him. Not really sure why he's holding the MPX, as it was supposed to be a PDW, but maybe that's just an artist's rendering. So this is so far all the weapon unlocks as far as the weapon unlocks go. There are some other assignments for dog tags and such in the DLC, but I don't want to fit them all into this video. Maybe next time. So, thanks for watching. Please rate and share this video as it helps my channel grow. Check out my other videos at the end of this one. And remember, in Soviet Russia, YouTube subscribes you.